barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. It's LA traffic, man. It's unforgiving, man. But just had my first workout, dropped the kids off. Now I'm going to my stretch coach, and then, like I said, I'm going to look at this property. Let's talk about this, man. I don't care who disagrees with me, disagree. I'm just, oh, it's a car accident or something, man. Because this junk wasn't moving. Okay, that's why it's right here in the fast lane. All right. So Andy Ruiz says he's leaving Tom Brown Promotions and staying. Now let's use the term but staying with Al Haymon. Make that make sense. First off, fuck you. And you claim West Side when we ride, rolling. It's funny how one word triggers a song. Andy Ruiz signed with Al Haymon. But first, I want to give this context. Andy Ruiz, Bob Arum said he was lazy. Bob Arum said, I'm just going to release him when he lost over there in Down Under. Was it Joseph Parker? Somebody like that? Yeah. Oh, it was a truck that broke down. It was a car accident, something like this. Oh, a car just literally stalled or something like that. But anyways, man. All right, let's roll. Let's see how far we can get now. All right, Andy Ruiz. And so he signed with, after that, he signed and he beat a Russian, a big, tall Russian at StubHub Center. And then Big Baby Miller got popped and he DM'd. I said he, Andy Ruiz, DM'd Eddie Hearn on his own. It's well chronicled. And he got the fight on 6 weeks notice and he won and became a superstar and everyone wanted to interview him. Right? And then he came in fat, lethargic, out of shape in the third fight. And he lost the belts. He lost who he was, right? And then Al Haymon, he sits out for a long time, a little over a year, if I'm not mistaken. Then he fights Chris Arreola in a pay-per-view, I believe. It was a pay-per-view fight. Didn't make any sense. And then he was out for over a year again, and he beat Luis Ortiz, right? You get it? So in the grand scheme of things, I'm only talking to the logical people. Al Haymon has helped. But Andy Ruiz created that opportunity, who he was largely. We're going to give Al Haymon credit. Because if he hadn't have fought that Russian and won, then he wouldn't have got the opportunity with Eddie Hearn. So this ain't no slander video. I'm just giving you guys logic. And this is what they hate. That how logical I am in the middle of a storm, right? And so Andy Ruiz, fast forward to today. His fight was Labor Day weekend, I remember. And he beat Luis King Kong Ortiz. And now he's a free agent in February, right? And he came out and said he's with him. Don't be fooled or misled, okay? This is contractual obligation talks, right? I'm leaving Tom Brown, but I'm staying with Al Haymon. Why you got to say that? There's no reason to say that. But reason why you got to say that is because you're contractually obligated to be respectful to Al Haymon. As if you guys have, and you don't need no contract to fully understand this anymore, because now you have consistent proof and data. What the data show? What the data show? The data says that every PBC fighter compliments Al Haymon. Simply put. So what does that mean? You're obligated to do so. So, with that being said, Al Haymon's contracts are more ironclad than Bob Arum and Don King, because Andy Ruiz leaves him and still has to pay him. And he's not, and there's no boxing commission that can sanction him because he's not under no umbrella. And from an Al Haymon perspective, it's genius. The other guy did the same thing. Amir Khan did the same thing. Daniel Jacobs did the same thing. Al Haymon didn't give Daniel Jacobs the Canelo fight, the Triple G fight. Eddie Hearn did. But he still had to pay him. When Al Haymon tried to put an injunction in New York so Andy Ruiz wouldn't have to fight him for a second time, because if he didn't, the biggest fight in America is Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, Cinco de Mayo weekend or September something. That's the biggest fight you can make. Heavyweights for all the belts. So the real play is the power of Al Haymon. And from a business standpoint, it's how he's running his business. And guess what? It's keeping Al Haymon in business. Is it good for the sport? Not when you're fighting once a year. But the people who are pro Al Haymon, they live in an apartment. 1 bedroom, no bedroom, 3 kids in a single, 2 kids in a 1 bedroom apartment. I'm not knocking it, but I'm telling you well, yeah, I'm knocking it. But the business savviness of them, they don't have it. They don't even have business savviness in their life. They've been in a 1 bedroom apartment for 2 years. How are you online every day and you in a 1 bedroom apartment with 2 kids? It's suffocating in there. You can't even, man, come on, man. Come on, man. So, what I want to say is, y'all can take me with a grain of salt, not believe me, but I'm right. And Andy Ruiz couldn't get a fight. Oh, this is awesome. Andy Ruiz couldn't get a fight. Deontay Wilder's, that fight fell apart. Deontay Wilder's over there, so that means he don't really want to fight Andy Ruiz. He wants Nagano. Shit, he want that big payday. If I'm Wilder, right? That's what it's about. Clicks and views, suspense, theater, events, merging multiple fan bases. That's what it's about in real time. So when Andy Ruiz, and I appreciate the person who sent me the post, when Andy Ruiz says that basically tells you Al Haymon got some Trump-type contracts. Oh, they tough. If another fighter says, thank you, Al Haymon, and you only fought once in a year, he got you. If another fighter says, thank you, Al Haymon, and is fighting on pay-per-view, because if you're fighting on pay-per-view, you're not getting your money because no one's buying it. That's what they're not going to tell you. Ain't no one buying it. You know who's going to suffer? Caleb Plant and David Benavidez is going to. It's a great fight, though. That's why this fight would have been perfect for Fox. I don't know why they didn't put this on Fox as the last fight. You know what I mean? And help build the brand. But from boxing, Al Haymon's not a boxing dude. He's a contract guy. He's a contract guy. And his contracts are Trump tight. He knows how to tie you up. He knows how to, that's just who he is. You know what I mean? And that's it. So, y'all go do what you do. Y'all have a great day. I'm slightly distracted, so I know I missed some points because I'm driving, and I thought I was going to be in that bumper to bumper for 10 to 15 minutes. That would have gave me enough time to do this video. But anyways, man, y'all don't see it, but let me tell you this. Sean Porter doesn't have a job, and Tim Bradley does. From a commentating perspective. Andre Ward has a job. Keith Thurman wanted to do commentating. He ain't got it. Forget what you say. Forget what you think. Forget how you feel. What the data say. That's why I'm up. That's why I'm winning. That's why you're watching this with a blunt in your hand, confused, don't know what to do with your life. You ain't suicidal. You just don't have a plan. You ain't depressed. You just don't have a plan. That's all. Simple as that. It ain't the white man's fault. You just don't have a plan. That's the scapegoat for the black man. Blame the white man. It's the scapegoat. How you gonna blame the white man and you literally got kids? Make that make sense. Y'all go ahead and have a great day, man. I'm gone, man. And I'm on my way to get stretched for an hour. And that'll do it, man. I'm gonna start doing videos from me getting stretched. Maybe it'll inspire some people with some expository income to go do this, man, because it's a life changer, man. I'm nimble, and you know what I mean, and it definitely works. So appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. I'll holler in peace. I know I missed some points, so I may have to go back and redo this video, but as of right now, it's good enough. Peace.